Hello, 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 friends, and welcome. Happy Wednesday, no, Tuesday. It is Tuesday, y'all. Come on in, say hello. Let me know how you are doing. Drop a one in the chat. Okay, so let me know how you are doing. And if you're new here, drop a one. Okay, so welcome to the Executive Innovation Show where innovation meets funding and leadership meets execution, because it's all about helping you as a tech founder. So if you're new here, welcome. I am Shevvy, your host. I'm excited that you are here. And what my company does as your business development consultant and SBIR advisor, we are really focused on helping you to identify and support you with federal funding strategies so that you can grow your business and build a sustainable business, but also submit merit-worthy proposals. So it's not just here, write a grant. No, we are truly here to help you with the business development aspect and help you. And when I say business development aspect, that is really looking at helping you to find potential partners, helping you to find federal opportunities outside of the innovation, but also helping you to submit merit-worthy proposals. So this is what this show is about, is to help you to really have what you need from one entity when it comes to your business development and getting support for your innovation, but also your business to grow a sustainable business. So come on in, friends, say hello, and thank you for being here. And today we're talking about the mental overload of carrying it all when you are a tech founder, when you are a mom, a dad, and you have a business, you have kids, whether that's one, two, three, four, five, six, seven. I come from a big family of 9 kids. So I definitely understand the mental overload that comes from trying to maintain a home, maintain a business, and also your life as well too as an individual. I'm a mom of 3, and with the ages ranging from 5, 14, and 19, y'all. So, and a retired military Air Force member, plus launching, my business here as a consultant, but also a trainer. And I have dealt with the mental overload before, and I've shared this before on previous live, to the point where that mental overload, exhaustion just led to anxiety and depression and different things, and not wanting to show up but still having to show up. So as a tech founder, you may be currently in this space, and this month is mental wellness month. So I have 2 people joining me. Drop in the comments where you're joining me from so I can give you a shout out, so I can welcome you, because I cannot see your name. So let me know. Let me make sure I can see the comments. So so drop in the chat. So definitely, if you are a tech founder and you're at the point of, man, I am tired, I am restless, I am exhausted, I still have to show up for my business, I got to show up for my wife, my husband, my kids, and you mentally you are drained, and this episode is for you, my friend. So come on in. All right. So we're talking about the mental overload. So I want you to think about all the things that you are doing right now. And maybe you feel like you are the best person to do all the things. And we all are like that to some degree. Like, you know what? I'm the best person. When I was on active duty, yes, I allowed my team to execute and do what they needed to do. But also we can be impatient as the leader, to where it's like, okay, this person's not moving fast enough. This person is not doing X, Y, and Z, how, you would love for them to do it. So as a tech founder, I understand that you have a lot on your plate, and you may believe that you have to be the one to carry it all. You may have subcontractors, you may have a team member, and that team member may be overwhelmed as well. He or she may be dealing with the mental overload as well too, but you're not thinking of that because you're looking at all the things that you have to execute on every single day in your business and in your life. So imagine, what is that not only doing for you as a tech founder, but also for your team? Think about that for a second. If you're like, you know what, it's a little crazy right now in your world, I want you to drop a 3 in the chat, because we all have some craziness going on in life, and it's about how we navigate the journey of running a successful business, building a successful and sustainable business, but also balancing life, our families, ourselves. And I know people say there's no work-life balance. I believe that you create the balance that you need in the moment. Okay. It's not about being on that equilibrium, because I'm a Libra. I love balance, but I understand, even serving in the military, I didn't have balance at times because guess what? When the job needed me to be there and work 14 hours, I had to be there. And when I needed to go home and still be a mom to my young kids and a wife at the time, guess what? I still had to show and take care of me as much as I could. And sometimes we are the last person that we're taking care of. And you might be in that same space. So when it comes to the mental overload and the cost of carrying it all alone, I'm here to tell you, you don't have to do it alone. Okay, because when it comes to building and being innovative, if you are at capacity, if you are mentally fatigued, if you can perform at the optimal amount that you should be performing at, guess what? As you're building that innovation, or as you're trying to be creative, you are not functioning like you should. Okay, because you're making constant decisions. So think about all of the decisions that you are making in this moment, starting from Sunday, Monday, today's Tuesday. How many decisions have you made, and how many headaches have you experienced because you're making so many decisions on your own? Goodness, I couldn't get that out. Like, really think about that. And sometimes we have to stop and reflect and look at how many decisions that we are making. And with innovation, it's really about solving complex problems. And when you're thinking complex, you are thinking big. You're visionary. You are creating things that are impossible. Things are not seen. Things are new to the environment, new to the world. So you're using a lot of brain energy every single moment that you are making a decision. Because if you are not able to rest mentally, because sometimes we rest, but we're not, our minds are not resting, because even while we're laying there, we're still thinking, we're still processing, we're still making decisions, we're still asking questions about what happened before, what's going to happen tomorrow. So if you are a tech founder and you see yourself like not being able to turn off this, then it's time to reassess. It's time to look at, okay, who can I bring in that's going to help me think strategically, also is going to help me to offload some of these decision making that I don't have to make, so I can really focus on the critical aspect of my business and grow my business. And this when you want to bring in someone like me as your growth partner, your federal growth partner, or someone else that you may be like, hey, I like this person. This person, he or she is a business development, and I know that they can help me think strategically. I know that they can help me to bring a new perspective. I know that can help me with the leadership that is needed to grow and be in conversation with other companies that at a higher scale. So you have to look at, who do I need? Who can be on your team who is really gonna help you elevate how you think, how you see your vision, your mission. You need someone who can come in and do that, because if you don't, you're going to continue to be in that mental overload. Because with innovation, you can drain yourself because you're building, but you need someone who is going to be able to think strategically while you are building. Okay, because when you are in that mental overload, you lose the ability to innovate strategically. Think about it. Think about the last time you were, trying to be innovative, but you couldn't get things out because you were at capacity mentally. Think about that. And when we get to that point of, exhaustion, get to the point of, not being able to lead, we're more in the react mode. We're not thinking, we're not processing, we're moving from one thing to the next thing. So you have to think of, okay, what can I let go right now as a tech founder in my business that does not need my attention? You may think it needs your attention, but what is it that you can let go right now to say, you know what? Let me pass this on to Shevvy. Let me pass this on to this person. Let me pass this on to my COO. But you don't want to overload your COO or your team members, whoever that person is, because they're going to get burned out as well. Okay. So you have to look at what is it that I can do right now so that I can remain creative as a tech founder, as an innovator. So the second thing that I want to focus on when it comes to mental overload is that the silent cost of home and life. I kind of hit a little bit about this already, but as you're listening as a tech founder, or maybe you're not a tech founder and you know someone who is, and when I say tech founder, this is anyone who's in the tech space, whether it's cybersecurity, whether it's AI, whether it's um, computer programming, whatever that is, and maybe you know someone, like really look at how is the mental overload that you are dealing with in your business impacting your quality of life, but also your home life. Is it causing additional arguments? Is it more of your spouse voicing that you're there, physically there in the home, but you're not mentally present? Because every opportunity that you have to spend with family, you're thinking about what's next at the job, not at the job, in your business. What's next? What is the next, thing that you have to do when your spouse, your significant other is looking for you to be fully present with you, with them and the kids. So really look at, is your current situation impacting your quality of life? Are you able to get a full night rest? Because when you're not able to sleep, guess what? You're not able to filter out the things that are no longer needed in your brain. Because guess what? In order for you to get to filter out the things that need to be flushed out, you need to have a good 7 to 8 hours of sleep. And that's why a lot of times we wake up restless, we wake up extra tired because we did not get quality sleep that night prior. And when you're able to sleep, you're able to function, optimize you have more mental sharpness and clarity as you take care of yourself to make sure that you are getting quality sleep. Okay. So, and think about, how is that impacting your family? What are your kids, what are they showing you? Because sometimes the kids may not say anything, but they will show you with their actions. I have kids. I've, served 22 years in the military, in the Air Force. I'm retired. And there are a lot of things that I was not able to attend because I was present in the military. I had to deploy. I had to travel, whatever the case may be. But your kids will show you. And that's their way of telling you, like, hey, you're not seeing me. So as a tech founder, I understand that you are mentally exhausted. I understand that you have a lot on your plate. You have a lot of deadlines. You have a lot of things that are still piling up, and you don't have the time and capacity because you're just building, you're reaching, you're doing, you're doing outreach. You're doing a lot, and then you still got to show up for the family. Okay. So how is that impacting your personal and professional and home life? Okay. So if this is resonating with you, drop in the chat. Say, like, you know what, Shevvy, let me know, like, drop, like, you see me. Let me know in the chat by saying, hey, you see me because this is what I'm experiencing right now. But it doesn't have to be like that. Like, you get to choose to say, hey, let me bring in someone who is competent and who will get the things done that I need to get done that you don't have the time for. And that would be someone like me, or someone else that you may already are aware of already in your community. But definitely get someone who is really focused on your growth, not just theirs, but you want to bring in a strategic partner who's going to really focus on helping you as a tech founder to remove some of that workload and help you grow through partnership and innovation opportunities. All right. So, like I said, it's about reducing your mental overload. And the way that you do that is to not continue to do it on your own. Okay. You really one who was going to school, getting my master's program, maintaining a home, all the things. I understand how doing all of those things impact my mental well-being. I shared about, dealing with anxiety, and it is a beep, okay? When you still got to show up and do the work. When you got to show up and run your business, when you got to show up and support your team, when you still got to show up and be present for your kids, knowing that you want to just crawl into the bed, but you can't. So you have to continue to show, which also continues to impact your overall mental well-being. So as the month of May is all about mental wellness, it's also about mental resilience and how do we take care of ourselves as business owners. And that comes with making sure that we have the right support to support us. And we have Samantha here. Good afternoon, Samantha. Thank you for joining, my friend. Appreciate you. Thank you so much for tuning in. And today, I don't know why I did that. And today we're talking about the mental overload as a tech founder. And whether you're a tech founder, even though I'm speaking to tech founders directly, anyone, whether you're in a career, whether you are running your own business, whether you're in the military, like we all have experienced mental overload, but how do we continue to not put ourselves to continue to grind so hard that we lose ourselves in the process? And that is really looking at how can we bring in the right support, the right partner to support us, and the partner that we can trust, the partner that, excuse me, that we know like, hey, if I bring this person in, I don't have to worry. I don't have to micromanage him or her. Like, he or she has the capability to self-initiate, self-perform, self-activate, self-execute. Like, you don't have to guide them, because that will be more mental decision fatigue on you. And that is not what I do. When I work with clients, I bring you, here's the solution. Let me know, yes, no. Let me know which one you want to proceed with. I make it easier for you to operate in your zone as a CEO, as a tech founder. So if you are in that mental overload right now, and you like, hey, I have no more capacity for anything, for any more decision making because I am just tired, then I want to invite you to reach out to me. You can send me the word BD, which stands for business development. And I would love to just chat with you to learn more about you and your challenges and how I can support you with that. So if you are a tech founder and you've been in business for 3 years minimum, 5 years, 10 years, and you are growing, but you need that mental break to where you can actually focus on your core things, and you want someone like me to come in and support you as a BD, or just to help you to release some of that workload and have someone help you with the decision making, with the leadership, with the execution, then I invite you to just send me a DM, or you can drop the word here, BD, and I will be happy to reach out to you. And you're not alone. You are not alone. So many other tech founders are experiencing the same thing. I have conversations with CEOs in the tech space, and they are mentally exhausted, but they're still showing up. But at what cost? To their health, to their mental well-being, to their families. And I don't want that for you. I want you to change that. As we close out May, which is Mental Wellness Month, how can you make that shift as you close out this month, but tap into June and really get that support that you need to grow strategically, but also mentally healthy as well too. So reach out to me, send me a DM or drop a DM here. And also I want to let you know that next Wednesday, I will not be hosting my workshop this Wednesday because my nephew is graduating from high school, but next Wednesday, I will be hosting that workshop. There's changes, update in the name. So I'm excited about delivering this workshop next Wednesday. So if you are a, tech founder and you are looking to create opportunities through federal innovation grants, and you're not wanting to invest at a high ticket, then this workshop is for you. Okay. You're looking to be in a small cohort, a small community, then come to this workshop. It's going to really allow you to understand and also have some actionable things that you can take away from the workshop and implement right away. So if that's something that you would love to be a part of, just send me a DM and say, hey, SBIR. So if you're looking for business development, drop as BD in my DMs. If you're looking for SBIR to attend the workshop, then drop SBIR. You can send me a DM, or you can drop it here as well too. So I want to thank you all for joining me today. Thank you, Samantha, for being here and showing up. Appreciate it. And as always, drop in the chat what you do, because I want to make sure that people who show up live, even if you're watching this later on, drop in the chat, especially here on LinkedIn, because I'm on LinkedIn and my YouTube channel. So I want to kind of put a plug if you are not on YouTube and you want to kind of watch this later on without having to go through all of my posts here on LinkedIn or on Facebook. I want you to go to my YouTube channel. It is the Executive Innovation Show on YouTube. Go there, subscribe, watch it, share it with a friend, leave a comment. But yes, I want to thank you for joining in. It's Mental Wellness Month, but definitely make sure that you are taking care of your mental well-being, because without it, you don't have anything. You don't have a business, you don't have a family, because we need to make sure that this is sharp and we can actually function and operate to our most optimal performance. But we have to take care of our mental well-being. And if we are continuously being in that mental overload just to show up and make money and run our businesses, then that's not living. That's not living. That's not running a strategic business that really makes sense in a healthy way. Because I want to make sure when I work with my clients, you are set up for success, and that you are taking care of yourself in the process to run a successful business that you can see another 5 years, 10 years, 20 years, until you decide to do what you want with your business. So it's all about taking care of the founders, and that's what I'm here to help you do. Well, as always, thank you for joining me. I'm Shevvy Mack, your business development and SBIR advisory consultant, and I'm here to help tech founders like yourself to really tap into the federal market by helping you with the federal strategies and helping you to submit merit-worthy proposals. And we are really focused on helping you to remove yourself from the doing of a lot of the heavy lifting, and we want to take on those responsibilities for you. And that's what I've done for my clients, and they have been able to have their time back and really focus on the things that they need to focus on in their businesses, while I am behind the scenes doing what needs to be done to help them grow and build those federal partnerships. All right, very quickly, Samantha says she's a speaker, consultant, and certified life coach, helping women thrive in male-dominated industry. Yes, so thank you for joining, Samantha. And if anyone is in a male-dominated space and you're looking for a speaker, reach out to Samantha. She's amazing. She has been in this field for over 20 plus years, working in a male-dominated space. So she definitely understands the challenges that especially women endure and encounter while working in the spaces, because hey, in the military, 22 plus years, male dominated space. So I definitely get it. So reach out to her and book a time with her, and also connect. Thank you for that, Samantha. And also I want to say thank you all so much for joining me. And I will be dropping a newsletter as well too next week. So look out for that. That's going to be the Executive Innovation Newsletter as well too. And let me know what you would love to see in the newsletter, because I want to make sure this is a collaborative thing. There's things that I'm sharing that I feel like, hey, it's important for you to know, but also things that you can say, hey, Shevvy, this will be a topic that I would love for you to discuss about. So send me a DM, or you can drop it here as well too. But thank you all so much for joining. I will see you all next Wednesday back on our regular schedule. Have an amazing day.